Hello, lovely human beings of the internet. I am Elizabeth, and I am doing a book review today, which I haven't done in forever, on Blankets by Craig Thompson. In my bedroom again, my setup in the other room is being changed a little bit, and I just don't want to deal with the hassle of it. And I'm getting a tripod soon, which is super exciting because I'm really sick of finding things to put my phone on to film. But anyways, this was actually the Booksplosion Book of the Month, which I've never actually done one of these, and I didn't really mean to. I bought this a couple of days ago, and I was really excited about it. I knew it was a graphic novel, and I knew that it was really highly acclaimed, but I didn't know anything else about it. And then I knew that once I heard on Twitter or something that the Booksplosion Book of the Month was this, and that the live show was today. I just finished the book I was reading today, so I thought I would pick this up. It's about 580 pages, and I read it today in one sitting, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I ended up giving it a 3 out of 5 stars, which is an okay rating from me. It wasn't what I expected it to be, which is why it didn't get like a 4 or higher, but I did really enjoy it. I'm going to give a little summary, but I'm trying not to give too much because I really liked that I went into this not knowing anything. Like, there's no blurb on the back or synopsis, so you really don't know anything, and if you want to keep it that way, I would recommend you read it. It was a good book, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! For those of you who have stayed, this book is about the author. It is based on his early life, and in the beginning when he is in 3rd grade and his brother is a kindergartner, they show how they sleep in the same bed, and they show that they've grown up with a fairly abusive father, I would say, and their parents are very Christian, and they're expected to also be Christian. They attend Sunday school in a church camp forcibly. But Craig, the main character and the author, does enjoy being a Christian. He has his faith and religion are major themes of the novel, and I wasn't expecting that in a graphic novel, so that was really interesting. And I don't usually read about religion. I'm not a religious person, so I liked that, but I also kind of didn't like it in the same, if that makes sense. Okay, this is really heavy. I'm not holding it anymore. Okay. And it also just kind of shows him grow older, and then he goes back to this church camp he has to go to every year, and he meets a girl, and he stays at her house sometime during that winter. And it's really weird because, like, they talk about dropping out of school and just being together and raising her sister's daughter, and I just, their lack of faith in the education system, their lack of wanting to be educated really made me mad. And then they break up. They're really, okay, I guess the main point of this book is that it is not an arc story. There isn't like the setting and then like a background, then a problem, then a solution. It's just kind of like there, and I'm really not sure if I enjoyed, this has been in the frame the whole time, hasn't it? Oh, that's great. Okay, well, I'm really not sure if I enjoyed the whole no arc thing in the story. I kept kind of waiting for something to happen that was like the main point of why I was reading the book, and that never showed up, and I didn't particularly enjoy that. However, it is a graphic novel, and the illustrations are gorgeous. I tabbed a few because I really like them. Like this one. I think this says, "And the sounds wove into a rhythm of hushed orchestration, spiraling me into slumber." And it's just beautiful, and there was a lot of quotations in here that were absolutely thought-provoking and gorgeous to read. It is in black and white, which I liked. I think there's been a couple people who said they didn't like that, but I did enjoy the black and white. One of the things I liked the most is there are a couple, 3 or 4 maybe times during the book where there's like 3 pages of just scene. There's no words. It's just like one of the characters seeing something or going through something, and it was drawn so well, and there's so much emotion in the characters' faces that I didn't need the words. and it felt like I just knew exactly what was going on, exactly what he was feeling, and it was so cool, and just, I don't know how he did it. It's very, very artistic and very, very talented. One of those was when Craig had been staying at the love interest Raina's house for a while. They were sleeping in Raina's room, but he wasn't supposed to be, so they would set an alarm for early in the morning so he could go back to the guest room. This one night, they forgot to plug in the alarm, and what happens is the father comes home and they're still sleeping, and from the moment you see them going to bed with the alarm off until the father closes the door after seeing them, there's almost no spoken words at all, and that was really cool. I mean, there's a couple of conversations between the father and the brother before this happens, but like, he walks in, he doesn't know where they are, he walks into Craig's room and Craig's not there, so he walks into Raina's room and they're there sleeping and cuddling. Raina's shirtless, and you expect there to be some big blow up, but the dad just looks really sad because like him and his wife are going through a divorce, and Raina's brother and sister are both mentally challenged, and it's just a very rough thing on their family, and he sees that she's happy, she's smiling in her sleep, and he just gets this look of such sadness because I don't think he's seen his daughter that happy before, and he just quietly closes the door and leaves, and there's no words during this, and it was the coolest part of the book because I really felt the emotion of the father, but I didn't read anything, and that's what I love about graphic novels so far, is getting that emotion without any words and seeing someone with such talent just draw emotion on a face like that. I really didn't enjoy that a lot. I wasn't planning on reading this book this weekend, but I'm really glad I did, and it didn't take that long to read since it was a graphic novel. I only just started the live show. I obviously didn't catch it, I was still reading, but I think 3 out of 5 is a good rating for this. I wasn't blown away by the plot or the storyline or the characters. Really, I didn't really connect to the characters at all. There was a part where Craig was trying to say that he felt bad that he wasn't there for his brother because of their babysitter when they were kids. I guess it was definitely that their babysitter was taking them separately into a room and sexually abusing them. And I feel like that could have gone further. Like, he never actually said anything about it. It was just kind of pictures and innuendos and guilt for letting his little brother go through that. And like I said, this was a true story, I think. So, and maybe that was just too hard for him to talk about, which is totally understandable. But I don't know, I kind of wanted more from that story. I wanted to know what happened. Maybe it's just because I've been watching so much SVU lately that's just on my mind, but I really wanted some sort of resolution. I wanted him to tell Raina or his father or his pastor something. I wanted to know exactly when he went to school and what he went to school for. So side note here, the coolest part of this book was that it was not only set in my state, but at one point he moves to the city that I live in, so there's pictures of like the skyline that I can see out my window of my apartment. That was just the coolest thing. So it was set in Wisconsin and then in Milwaukee, obviously, but it was just so cool. I was super blown away by that. I didn't know that it was set in Wisconsin. I am really excited because then it knocks off 2 of the 2015 Reading Challenge list, the graphic novel and set in your hometown, which it really isn't set in Milwaukee, and my hometown is not even on most maps. It's so small, but I'm counting this because it's probably the closest I'm gonna get. And so that's really exciting. And as I just mentioned, I am doing the 2015 Reading Challenge. I might make a video, but I'll probably do it at the end of the year instead. But yeah, I think that's it. That was a little long-winded and all over the place, but I'd rather do these. I like to do these book reviews more as just sitting and touching the camera and talking about my feelings instead of writing down a script and going page by page about what I felt about it. That seems much more unnatural. I really just kind of like unloading onto the camera and just talking for 10 minutes as that camera is telling me now. So yeah, Blankets by Craig Thompson. If you haven't read this, you should let me know because I liked it. And if you read a lot of graphic novels, I'm kind of getting into them a little bit more, so I'd like some recommendations if you have them. Leave them in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!